Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of quick and important information being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Death toll from Congo flood passes 400. Now, this is an article that was uploaded from RT.com, as you see up there. And recently, there's been a lot of chaos that has been happening on the earth. There's been people protesting all over the globe. There's been a lot of riots going on, police shootings, a lot of shootings at different malls, a lot of controversies going on, a lot of earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes. And this year, well, if there is a summertime, you better best believe there is going to be forest fires. Okay. Now, if you notice on their shirt right there, it says Crocs. Okay. Now, Crocs, I believe, is Latin for cross, which you see right here, and which looks like the plus symbol. You know, which the plus symbol can also look like an axe if you lay it at an angle. But anyways, which that's basically what an axe is. An axe is basically a cross, which is really synonymous with death. But the plus sign, which you see in some video games when somebody's being healed, you'll see a plus sign which represents, healing, recovery, so I mean, the plus sign is a pretty complex symbol. It can go both ways, life or death. But both the plus sign and the axe are both crosses. But you see right here, as you see right here, let me scroll down a bit. Okay, it says, in which is spiritual, how there would be an axe on their shirt, because, well, look at this, how many people have died. 410 people, as they so far confirmed. 410 people have died, have been axed out from the planet and sent back to the spirit world. And more than 5,000 others remain unaccounted after flooding and a landslide struck the Democratic Republic of the Congo South Kivu province last week, the Associated Press reported on Wednesday. Now, we come over here, right? Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars. Now, in my previous video there was an article that came out that over the night sky of Japan, there were these mysterious fireballs traveling through the night sky of Japan. So when these signs happen, what's going to happen upon the earth? What's going to happen upon the earth? Distress of nations, with perplexity. What else is going to happen? The sea and the waves warring. You see that? So when the seas and the waves are warring, that's what? That's a flood. There's a flood right there. Okay? Now, let's also go here. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 4. Or is it verse 6? Salakia. Isaiah 29:6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and with great noise and with storm and tempest." And now in the book of Genesis, right, during the time of Noah, where did the very first flood upon the earth come from? It came from a tempest, right? Now there's a difference between a storm and a tempest. You see, a storm is when, okay, yeah, there's heavy rainfall outside. You know, it might be heavy rainfall out there. You know, to the point where you go outside, you stand out there for a little over 10 seconds and you'll be soaking wet. That's a storm right there. You know, raining outside. Now a tempest, however, is when there's heavy rainfall, there's heavy winds blowing, there's lightning, there's thunder sounding. That's a tempest. A tempest is a raging storm. Okay? Okay. So tempest. So this flooding in Congo, they didn't really specify how the flood came in. After flooding and a land strike struck the Democratic. Okay. So yeah, okay. So it says the floods, which began as torrential rain through May 4th and 5th, through May the 4th and the 5th, reportedly swept through the riverside villages. Okay, so you see that the flood came from rain, a tempest. You see that? So the Lord said that He would visit these other nations, including our people, with tempest, which you can get a flood out of a tempest. Okay, and the flame of devouring fire. Okay, getting into these forest fires, etc., etc. Now, on the other hand, Isaiah 29 verse 6 is also talking about the nuclear destruction. Because when those nuclear bombs go off, the sound of those nuclear warheads going off during World War III, which is going to be shut off from Russia and other countries, right? When the nuclear warheads explode, it's going to be louder. It's going to be like the sound of thunder. Okay? And you know what else is going to come from the explosion of those nuclear warheads during World War III? Earthquakes and a great noise, which is the sound of the explosion of nuclear warheads, with storm and tempest. Because that's exactly how when these intercontinental ballistic missiles, which 200 million of them is going to be coming towards the United States of America, raining death and destruction on America, right? When these intercontinental ballistic missiles come from Europe, when they come from NATO and Russia and China and all these other countries, who will be at war against the United States in those days? When Lord's will, if we be of the elect and we get beamed up into those chariots, we're going to literally see America's nuclear destruction. Okay, and the way it's going to be so many nuclear warheads raining down on the United States of America that is literally going to look like a storm. You see that? Which is going to be the storm of what? A flame of devouring fire, which is going to completely devour this whole country. So pretty much that was all I wanted to bring out. With that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one.